Hi everyone, and welcome back to another keto mukbang. Tonight we have got spaghetti, meatballs, and garlic toast. Yum. All keto style. And the whole carb count, even with the bread, is 11 carbs. I am doing 1 meal a day, which is called OMAD. So to have my 11 carbs in that one sitting is okay. We can have up to 20 carbs a day. And I do recommend that if you're doing more than 1 meal a day, that you try to stick around 6 or less carbs in that one sitting. But as long as you're only going to do one meal, that will burn off. So I've got 11 carbs here and I'm going to enjoy it. And yes, I've got the noodles. I've got ground Italian turkey here to keep it lower fat. I've used pizza sauce for the sauce, and the garlic bread is that 90-second bread like I showed you guys, but I've just added a little bit more by putting Parmesan. I've baked in the oven. Of course, I have a slideshow at the end, but I'll go over and just tell you quick. After I made the 90-second bread in the microwave, then I did take it out, cut it into 4 because I made 2 servings for me and my husband for this. And then I put it in the oven and I added a little bit of seasoned salt to it, some Parmesan cheese, and a little bit of butter, just a little pat of butter on each one too. And then the noodles are these ones here. I've tried this branded noodle, but I've never tried the spaghetti ones. These are the spaghetti noodles. I've showed you guys the fettuccine. And I think I have done like a red sauce. I think I did it with what's it called? I had the green pesto. It was the red pesto. I think that's how I did it and showed you guys. But this is actually spaghetti I'm having tonight. Spaghetti, meatballs, and garlic toast. But that's it right there. Hopefully you guys can see that. I will also take a picture of this and put it in the slideshow so you guys can see it better. But wouldn't be real fattening here because for one, the noodles, now I have used 1 whole bag for myself, 1 whole bag for my husband because it is 2 servings, but it's very low. It's only 3 carbs and 2 fiber. So that means there's only 1 carb per serving. So that means the whole bag is only 2 carbs. It's only 10 calories. So it's only 20 calories for the whole thing, and fat is 0.5. So the fat is very, very low, which is amazing for that. So that's a good thing. For fat-wise. And then, of course, I've used ground Italian turkey instead of hamburger. And then I've used pizza sauce, which wouldn't be real, high in fat. I can't even remember what that is. And then the bread that I've made is almond flour, egg, and baking powder, and and melted butter, a tablespoon. So the highest fat that would be in here would be the butter that's in the mixture. And then of course I put a little pat on each one when I baked it in the oven. And Parmesan cheese is very low in fat too. So yes, I'm very excited about this. Of course, I'm going to tell you down in the box exactly all the ingredients and how to make it. And then there'll be a slideshow showing you exactly how to make it after this video. I am drinking what's called Zevia. I don't know if every one of you know about this. If you don't, this is made with stevia. This is a cream soda here. That's what we can have on keto for the sugar substitute, which is a plant. It's almost like real sugar, they say, and it is the best one on keto, and it's called Zevia. That's what they call it. It's not easy to find. I think we found it at our gas station, but this one's cream soda, so I'm pretty excited to try it. I've had the root beer, and it is zero everything, and like I said, the sugar in it, ingredients, carbonated water, natural flavors, stevia leaf extract, and citric acid. So that's it. That's all that's in this, so this is okay to drink for a diet soda, and this one is caffeine-free. Some of the cream sodas have caffeine. Not the Zevia, but I'm just saying some caffeine or different cream sodas have the caffeine. I'm not sure on all of them. Some are caffeine-free, but I've seen some with caffeine, but I don't drink caffeine. So we're going to try a little sip of this first because I haven't had the cream soda one yet. That's good. I like that. I love cream soda. That's really good. So I can't wait to dig into this. Now, when you make these noodles, I always tell you guys to make sure it says on the package, you want to rinse these thoroughly under cold water because they have something that they're sitting in to keep them, like a process that they do to keep them good, the noodles good. So, and they do last a long time when you buy these bags. Before you open them, they last a really long time. I think I had one time for like 2 weeks in my fridge before I used it. But when you do open it and dump it out, it's got a liquid in it. You dump it out in a strainer and then let cold water run over these for like 3 minutes. Keep running your fingers through it or a fork, whatever, just to get over all the noodles and get the smell off. It's kind of, I would describe it as kind of a fishy smell. It's just what they put in it just to be able to keep it, you know, in the package and so that it lasts longer. So you want to rinse that off. It even says here, directions, drain and rinse thoroughly. And then it says boil 2 to 3 minutes or microwave for 1 minute to reduce the authentic aroma. Now you can get most of the aroma off. I basically get it all off when I wash it with the cold water. I do not like to boil these noodles. They're already cooked when you get them. When you boil them, it makes them much more mushy like. So I actually just rinse mine really good in cold water and then I throw it into a pan with some olive oil. That was another part of the fat that I would have used. I used olive oil and I used a couple tablespoons, but of course at the end, like, you don't really get that. When I pulled the noodles off, there was still a ton in the pan and I didn't use that. So basically it was just for a little bit of flavor and so it didn't stick. The noodles didn't stick. But I just run them through like that, a little bit of the olive oil, keep running it through like that, and then I added salt and pepper on it, on the noodles, and just kept mixing them like that. And then at the end I added my cooked ground turkey meatballs that I made, and then I added the sauce. I did do a 1/2 cup. Now the serving for sauce is a 1/4 cup, so it would be 3 carbs because it's 4 with 1 fiber, so it'd be 3 carbs. I've done 2 servings, so there's where the 6 carbs came in just in the sauce alone. So you got to be careful with that, and you want to use pizza sauces because they are the lowest. You don't want to use a spaghetti sauce. We can't have spaghetti sauce because of the sugar in it. But you would use a pizza sauce, which is a red sauce, and it's just as good and just as delicious. So I've got a 1/2 cup of sauce here over a whole bag of these noodles, so this was 2 servings here. I've got 3½ meatballs for myself and 3½ for my husband. And then, like I said, I've made 2 servings of the 90-second bread. So I got a serving of it and he got a serving of it. I did 2 servings together, laid it out on whatever you put it in, it's going to take that shape in the microwave. So I wanted this to make the bread. So I laid it out on a big, plate that was a little bit deep so that it would stay on there and not come off. And then when I put it in the microwave, it wouldn't be 90 seconds. It would be double that. So 1 minute 80 seconds is what it would be, because you're cooking 2, double that. Or you could just do a smaller plate and do 1 serving there and 1 serving there, you know what I mean, then do the 90 seconds. But of course, why do that? I just put it on a bigger plate so I could cut it into 4 servings. Then when I took it out of the microwave, I cut it into 2 servings and 4 servings, I mean, and then I showed you that, 4 slices. I show you that, and then I did put it on a pan into the oven on 350 for 6 more minutes, just to give it, because it's more crunchy now. And then when I put it in the oven, I added the pat of butter, the Parmesan, and then baked it in the oven, and a little bit more of the seasoned salt. I wanted garlic bread. We don't have garlic here, so I wanted garlic powder. That's the best one to use, or a garlic salt. I didn't have any here. I'm so mad about that because I wanted garlic bread. But seasoned salt has garlic in it. It's got everything in it. So that's what I've seasoned my meat with. And, you know, and I'm very careful with seasonings because they also have carbs, hidden carbs. It doesn't say they do. It always says 0, but they have hidden carbs. So be careful with seasonings. Basically, I just use pink salt and pepper does have seasoning too. I did do that a little bit on the noodle, and then the rest was the seasoned salt. And you'll see that, like I said, in the slideshow. So that is that, and everything will be explained in that slideshow. And then on top of that, well, also have it listed down in my box. But oh my gosh, you guys, I'm having spaghetti. Yes, one thing that we thought we couldn't have on keto, but I'm showing you guys that there isn't nothing that I can't turn into keto. And thus I can right here, spaghetti and meatball. And these noodles are really good if you do them right. Yum. My mom has never had these noodles. My mom is the biggest spaghetti fan. She loves spaghetti. I let her taste the noodles when it was just done in the pan with just the oil and the salt and pepper. I said, just taste them before I put sauce on them so you know you get the actual taste, because of course the sauce is going to take some of it away too. She loved them. She's like, wow, they taste like regular noodles. So my mom could definitely do this. She's actually going to start keto with me next week and see how it goes. She's going to try it for a week and see how it goes, see how she feels and what she loses in that week. And if it's going good, she's going to keep going. And I know she's going to keep going because she's got a great teacher right here. Look at that, you guys. Oh my gosh, spaghetti and meatballs, yummy. Now, no, it's not drowned in sauce. Some people like a lot of sauce. I, for one, don't like a lot because it used to hurt my stomach. Since doing keto, my stomach has healed. I had like IBS and just stomach problems and all that, and I had GERD and acid reflux and all that. Well, it's pretty much healed all of that since doing keto, but still, I just never was one that did a lot of sauce. But you want to watch the sauce because it adds up quick. I mean, look at that. Just a half a cup was already 6 carbs. So let's try this garlic toast. Now, it's a little softer now because I've let it sit in the sauce here. Yum. Oh my gosh, that's good. I love this 90-second bread. There's so many things you can do with that. Now I've added in seasoning in the mixture. Gave it a totally different taste. It definitely tastes like a garlic bread now. It is softer. It is really hard to get this bread to toast really good. I've tried it in the toaster. Obviously, I've done it here in the oven after I've cooked it. And if I come up close enough for you to hear, it doesn't get too crispy. But that's okay, because garlic bread isn't real crispy anyways. So, but it is good. I loved it as the cornbread. Oh my gosh, that was good. Yum. It's so good as the garlic too. Yum. Definitely a great replacement for bread. And it's so easy to make. I mean, I knew about the 90-second bread. I just never, just didn't make it. Because every time I would go to the store, I would forget to get the almond flour. And almond flour is pretty expensive. I did get a big bag, and it was like $15. So hopefully it'll go a long ways. I got a lot of meals I'm going to make with it. But, it's pretty expensive, too. So that's probably why I never did it. And to me, it's just like, well, I've gone so long without bread. When I finally found out I could do breads, I just didn't do it. But I'm so glad that I've tried it now, the 90-second bread. So easy to make and so many things. I've already done cornbread. I have done the bread that I did for the shingles for that SOS that I made, and now garlic toast. And my good friend Monica, she's done a ton on her channel. She's done sandwiches with them. She's done a dessert with her almond flour with the 90-second bread. Like, it's just amazing what you can do with that. So this will be great. I'm going to try it sometime and make a... God, I got so much on this spoonful. It's going to be too much for my mouth. But I'm excited to try different things, too. I'm going to try her dessert that she just recently did. I think it was some kind of a cinnamon dessert. I will never lie to you guys on something. This definitely just tastes like I'm eating spaghetti and meatballs. I used to always did it with the Italian ground turkey because I love the taste of Italian meat. So whenever I made my spaghetti before keto, I always use the Italian ground turkey. I don't know why, I just like the taste of it. It has a really strong taste. Now you can buy regular ground turkey and it doesn't taste anything like the Italian style ground turkey. It even has a picture of spaghetti. So you could, it's got that Italian taste. That's what I love. So I've always made it that way. And these noodles don't taste any different to me. Now I'm glad that I found these like this, the spaghetti way, so I didn't have to do the fettuccine, so I could do real spaghetti. Wow, it's so good. Yum. And I love the way that turkey, like when you make these meatballs, they really are firm and nice. Like I'll show you. They're just firm and nice when you make them. They just form just so perfectly. They're really great to make like a meatloaf because there's not much you need to pull it together. I really hope my alarm doesn't go off while I'm doing this. Hang on one second. I'm going to grab a little bit more Parmesan. And I want to see the time. Oh, good. I have an hour. All right, just give me a second, guys. I just want to grab my Parmesan. I hope I brought it in here. Oh, yeah. And now Parmesan is very low in fat, and Parmesan doesn't have... my pants are falling down here on me. Yeah, I'm losing my pants, guys. My size 2s are getting smaller on me, so I'm definitely losing that weight. My mom got me this sweater just recently. But yeah, even my 2s are getting big on me, so I'm definitely getting close to that 120s mark. And I probably will end up being basically a 2, but I probably would be able to fit into a 0. But yeah, Parmesan cheese is so low. It's 20 calories for 2 tablespoons, 1.5 grams of fat, 0 carb, and protein is 2. So I'll give you some more protein. I just want a little bit more in here. Oh my gosh, so yummy. And I'm glad that I got to finally try these Zevias. And they call it Zevia because it's made with stevia. So that's why their pop is called Zevia. Yum. Honestly, I have not had spaghetti. Well, I've been keto for almost 4 years. It'll be 4 years in November. And even though I've had a few cheat days, and I mean a few, in almost 4 years, I've only had 6 or 8 cheat days in that time. Yes, I waited till maintenance mode and I've had just a few. But I've never done spaghetti for it. I don't know why. And I have missed this. It's so weird how these noodles taste like real noodles. I mean, it's not exactly, but it is darn close. I mean, on a scale of 1 to 100, it is like 96 to 98% spaghetti noodle. I think what it is that small percent is a little bit of the texture. It's still like a noodle, but I think it's just the texture is just a tad bit different, and I'm talking a tad. But other than that, the taste, it does taste like noodles. Because noodles really don't have a taste. If you think about it, rice and noodles really didn't have a taste. We would flavor them to give them a taste with, you know, olive oil, or we would do a marinara sauce, or a pizza sauce, or a spaghetti sauce, or a Alfredo sauce. That's what gave it more of the flavor. So you don't really need the flavor. It doesn't, you know, it's not tons of flavor. It'd be a little bit of the texture, but the texture is fine for me. It's delicious. I think it's so close to noodle. Wish I could give you guys a bite. I know you guys out there thinking, oh my God, we can have spaghetti. I know. I was thinking the same thing too. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm having spaghetti and meatballs and garlic toast. I haven't had that for almost 4 years. You know, we all think that, oh gosh, it's going to be so hard, or this is going to be a horrible thing to have to give up all these different foods, the grains and the sugars you have to give up when doing keto. I have showed you that you pretty much can turn anything into keto, and it tastes phenomenal. There's been a few things I didn't like, just never made them again, but basically everything I've showed you on my channel, I have loved every bit of it, and it pretty much has tasted like everything recreated into keto. It's just phenomenal. That's why I'm working on my cookbook, because I think I will be able to get that published, because I've had people even try my recipes on here and have said they are amazing and very close to what you're making. Like when I did my my tater tot hot dish, tasted just like it. When I did my, and of course I did it with cauliflower rice. When I did my White Castle bake, tasted just like White Castle's, everybody agreed. When I made my chicken bowl, like the KFC bowl, tasted just like it. When I made my Salisbury steak, tasted just like it. When I've made my chicken noodle soups, tastes just like them. I mean, that's what everybody's agreeing with me that they do, yet we can eat so good. This is not a diet, you guys. This is a way of life. So just make it fun. Sorry if you heard my burp. Make it fun, enjoy it, and learn how to make delicious meals keto style. And this one right here is nice and low in fat, other than that butter, like I said, I used, and that little bit of olive oil, and this is my only meal I'm eating. So basically, I'm keeping mine between 5 and 1,000. That's what I keep it between, 5 and 1,000 in that one meal. I don't go over at least 1,000. But basically between 5 and 800 is what I do. And I know for sure right here I do not have over that. Oh my God, I've missed this so much. It's so good. So, I haven't asked yet, or maybe I did. I'm just so into this, I don't even realize. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing on their keto journey? Are you enjoying your journey? Are you losing weight? Are you keeping it low fat? If you've got that body fat on you, are you using that as your energy source? Are you noticing that awesome energy that you get? Are you feeling amazing? Are you noticing results? All of that I love to know. And if you are new to this and would like to understand keto more, I do link my email down in every one of the boxes, and I would love to get you started and teach you macros and how each person will be different from man to woman, weight, height, age, all of that, you know, takes in consideration or whatever. So I'd love to help you guys get started. If you would, you know, need the help and don't understand keto, I'd like to, you know, I'll give you kind of just a little course, but I also have a video. If you go in and look under my miscellaneous, I just recently, I don't know, about 2 weeks ago, did kind of an updated, like, talk about my journey and talk about keto and how keto works and all of that. Plus, I do my live videos. So today I'm going to be live at, I believe 3, at between 2 and 3. So just look for me between 2 and 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. I will be live today, and I'm excited. So get those questions ready for me, everyone. I hope I get a lot of people in by letting you know that I will be live today, and hopefully a lot of you will see that and get in to see me. But that's a way that I can help you guys as well and to learn keto. And answer those questions for you, because I myself am not a nutritionist or a doctor, but I was trained on 2 nutritionists and my doctor at my doctor's office that are trained in keto. And my brother, who does this as a professional thing, he does it as a job, and he, you know, he charges for it. I was trained by people how to do it. Of course, I also, everybody should do your own studying and learn yourself about keto. But I was trained by professionals, and that's why I can teach you guys, because I've learned so much. And I know a lot, you know. Now I know so much about it, but I was trained in from keto experts, you know, that know the keto, that have done the keto. I mean, keto's been around for so long, I never knew that. I thought it was like something new. It seems like it's come in something new for us in the last, like, you know, 5-6 years or whatever. But it's been around for hundreds of years. Our ancestors ate this way. Bible time ate this way. There just wasn't a name for it. You know, not knowing that your body went into a state of ketosis. But about 100 years ago, they did the keto, which is the ketogenic way of life, to help epilepsy, to help children not have the seizures, or people with epilepsy, so they didn't have seizures. And that's what it was used for then. And then it just, you know, slowly got introduced into our generation here. But it was the way everybody ate. And if you look that up, you're going to see that. That's why people lived so long back then, and why people nowadays aren't living long lives, because all the processed food came in, all the grains, all the sugars, all the horrible food came in. And our time, and, like, you know, just past our time, like our parents' time or whatever, it became of obesity started then. Then people started becoming overweight and unhealthy, and not understanding that this was the true way you were supposed to eat. It wasn't the fats. It wasn't the fats that were hurting us. It was the carbs that were hurting us, because our body can only burn so many carbs, and that's why. And when you bring that carb count down so low, using your body fat, if you're losing weight, or eating fat foods, you know, foods with fat in it, good fats, if you are not overweight, that is your energy source. Then you're eating less than 20 or less grams of carb a day. What happens is your body goes into a state of ketosis, which is just a big word for fat burning mode. Our body is always burning fat for fuel. So that being said, if you're going to, you know, you're either using your body fat to start off with as your high fat, because it is a high fat, low carb diet, or you are using food, good fats, if you are thin, as your energy source. It is basically the Atkins phase 1. Atkins had like 4 phases. Phase 1 is what we do when we eat, is in that state of ketosis. Then he slowly started to have people up the carbs, and that's where it went wrong. You should have never upped the carbs. You should have always stayed in phase 1. So if you know the Atkins diet, you probably are familiar with this. You probably think, well, it's kind of like the Atkins. It is. It's phase 1 Atkins. So you can also read about it that way. But of course, excuse me, when we eat and talk, you get all that air and then the pop. But anyways, so you just, you know, you want to learn and understand keto completely, but that is what it's doing. It's burning fat for fuel. It's always doing that for you. And our body is made up of fat. I don't mean fat because we're overweight, because I'm thin. I'm talking about there's fat in your brain, there's fat in your body when you even are a thin person. And that's why our body needs fat to function, not carbs. We do not need the carbs. You actually can do the keto zero carb, do just carnivore, only eat meats, and you will be perfectly fine. You do not even need a carb. There is no significant value in a carb other than it's an energy source. But if we switch over and use fat as our energy source, it's a much better source. We don't need the carb then. You just don't need it. And you will read that if you study and find true facts on the keto. You will understand that a body doesn't even need carbs. So, and once you get started, if you are new and never did it, once you get started and you do it correctly, you're going to feel amazing. People, you know, sometimes in the beginning you can have what's called, if you were a person that ate a lot of sweets, sorry, it's hard to talk and eat. I shouldn't do that. Well, it's not hard, but then you guys don't understand me. If you ate a lot of sugar or a lot of greens or a lot of carbs, if your body then is starting to do keto, you can get a keto rash, you can get keto flu. What's happening is your body is detoxing, okay? It's detoxing out all the toxins from all the bad foods that you were eating. So you sometimes can get a rash in the beginning, you can get breakout in like a hives, you can get keto flu just meaning just feeling tired, wore out, just no energy, because that's where your body is coming down off the carbs and trying to come up on the fats as your energy source. It has to transition there. So you might have, you know, be a little bit tired, but then all of a sudden you're going to get that burst of energy. But I know somebody had come in, and I do have to respond back to them in their email. Hopefully she sees this. The rash that your daughter has would have been a keto rash, would have been just detoxing her body from how she would have ate. Maybe she was a high carber or a high sugar person, or just something that she was doing that her body is detoxing, and that's why she got the rash, but it will go away. And it was funny that the doctor told her to up the carbs, and she was so worried. You do not need to up the carbs, honey. Hopefully you are watching this video. You do not need to up the carbs. Tell her she does not need to. You can stay right at that. She will heal from that rash, and she will be fine, and she's going to feel amazing. Keep that carb at 20 or less, and tell her to really use her body fat as her fat source. You certainly can eat some fats. You don't have to go zero. 50, 60 grams a day would be great. But, you know, that's why, because, you know, she's detoxing. Her body is detoxing. Not everybody will do that. Some people just take real well to it, but some people don't. And I've heard many that get it. So she just ended up with the keto rash, but she's going to feel great. Hopefully she's already feeling good, because it's been a couple days that she went, you know, had asked me the question. I think you said that she was already starting to feel a little better. Yeah, tell her to keep going, because she's going to feel amazing, and that rash is going to go away, and she's going to detox all the toxins out of her system, and she's going to feel amazing, and she's going to lose her weight, look amazing. Well, of course, I'm sure she looks amazing now, beautiful inside and out, but having the weight on us is not healthy. So let's get that weight off, both of you. And, you know, when I teach you what I'm teaching you, I'm bringing it to you from professionals that I was taught by. So she is fine. And a lot of times doctors don't want people to get healthy. If you think about it, it's not that we don't want us healthy. They're not trying to kill us off. They will give you meds, and they will do whatever they got to do to keep you alive. But they know if we do keto, what happens is we get so healthy that our white blood cell count goes so high, like on superpower, that we don't really get sick hardly ever anymore. So we wouldn't see doctors as much anymore. Like I, for instance, we're on 15 medications. I'm down off of that. So now the drug industry is losing money. And that's just me. So now when you add billions and billions of people that are doing the keto, how do you think doctors get money, and how the drug industry gets money? From us being sick. That's why. But doctors don't go to school for the ketogenic. They go to school for you know, drugs and medications and stuff, and that's what they're there for. They're not nutritionists. But the one that I see is a younger doctor, and she actually had studied all of the keto and stuff like that and knew a lot about it. But I do see two nutritionists, too, that are trained in the keto and are nutritionists. But yes, I mean, think about it. Like I've said in my videos before, if a person came to your door selling a product, and they came to you and they said, hey, I got this product. It's a piece of crap. Probably won't even make it through the next 10 minutes of you playing with it. If you know, mess around with it or whatever, it's going to break probably in about 10 minutes. It's garbage. I wouldn't buy one myself. And it's, you know, $1,000. Are you interested? Are you going to buy it? No. So a doctor isn't going to tell you the truth, because if he does and everybody's going to get healthy, well, he's out of a job then. And we do need doctors. God did give us doctors for reasons of car accidents. You know, you need surgeries. Things happen. You know, we do need doctors. Okay, definitely, I believe we need doctors. But, you know, we also can eat healthy and live longer lives ourselves and learn how to eat and learn all that. So we don't have to be on so many medications. I mean, I was on 15 for my heart and for cholesterol and for high blood pressure and everything. No, I don't need it now because I'm so healthy. But that's what they're going to do. They're going to fill you with drugs. That's the first thing they're going to do is fill you with drugs. Not because they're trying to be mean, but they make their money by getting you in there, and the drug industry makes money. And guess what else happens when you do the keto? The food industry is going down too, because we're not buying the breads, the sugars, the processed foods. So even that is losing money. So, you know, if you really think about it and be smart, that's why they're going to say and do the things they do, because it's not that they don't want us healthy. It's they need money. They need a paycheck, right? It's their job. So they're not going to kill us off, but unless you get a real good doctor that'll agree, like my 6 doctors, because I was already doing keto when I went in and I told them. They couldn't tell me then it was bad. They all had to tell me the truth and tell me it's very healthy. You are doing very well. You look amazing. Your blood work is amazing. Everything's amazing. They couldn't lie to me. So they're all on board for me. But if you just go in and you just say, hey, I want to start the keto, what do you think? Unless you get a really great doctor that'll be honest with you and not afraid about that paycheck, they're going to tell you, oh, it's not good. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. For instance, like my mother-in-law, who is a diabetic. She became a diabetic 2 years ago. I have begged her to do keto to reverse the diabetes because she is now full-fledged diabetic. She went to her doctor. Her doctor said, oh, God, no, you need your carbs. You have to have your carbs. Have to have your carbs. Her carbs is what gave her diabetes. If she was to do that, and I've got many people that have come to me and told me they've reversed their type 2 diabetes, they've reversed it and are not even on meds anymore by doing keto. I could get my mother-in-law off of meds, but her doctor literally told her that if she stopped, she could die, that she needs her carbs. I was blown away by that. I mean, even her son, my husband, has been trying to talk to her and show her proof that because she's a diabetic, she, over anybody, needs to do the keto more than anyone in the world. She needs to do the keto. She does not need her carbs. So that's why you will get some doctors that just don't want to tell you the truth. Because why? Because she's type 2 diabetic now. So now she's going to be seen by doctors more. She's going to be on medications more. If she does keto, she won't need to see that doctor very much, and she won't need to take the meds. So that being said, we all know there's conspiracy around the whole world. I mean, our world is big, and there's a lot of people, and, you know, not to sound scary or, you know, to scare anyone away, but of course I'm sure they want to try to, you know, eliminate the population somehow, you know, so, but in Bible time, read the Bible. If you are a Christian like myself and you believe in God and you read the Bible, people lived 120, 130, 150, 160. They lived long lives. And there wasn't all kinds of doctors. There was no drugs. They had to kill their meat to eat it. They would feast, and then they would go days. That's where that intermittent fasting comes in. They would go days without food. Jesus himself fasted for 40 days and 40 nights, and he was a thin man, and he was fine, you know. That's why I tell you guys, when people say you have to have your fat, he was skinny and he didn't need it. So if you're fat, you don't need fat. That's going to be your energy source. But lived a long, healthy life. They ate better then. I mean, they didn't eat processed food, donuts, cake, candy, cookies, crackers, chips, all the bad stuff they had. They had their fruit, their veggies, and the animals they killed to eat. Think about it. That's all keto. Except for, of course, we don't eat all the fruits. We do berries. But remember, their fruit at that time was their nature's candy bar. Like we can have a candy bar now. That was their nature's candy bar. They're sweet, okay? Why was Eve tempted with an apple and not broccoli? Because that was their treat. So they wouldn't have been able to have a lot of it. And even if they did, remember, they worked a lot harder than we do now. They don't have remotes for everything and all that. They had to work their butt off from sunup to sundown so they could eat more than 20 carbs and stay in a state of ketosis. Because if you exercise and you are a person that works out in a gym and works hard a couple hours a day, whatever, you can actually eat more than 20, and you'll be able to see if you urinate on that stick that you will be still be in a state of ketosis, even over the 20. But we tell all of you, because we know a lot of us are not active people. We work, we have a lot, our jobs, busy schedules, all of that. We don't have time to work out a lot. So that's why the magic number is 20 or less for carb. But if you do study more and you are somebody that works out in the gym, you're going to learn that you can even eat more and be able to stay in that state. And that's how it was in Bible time. And that's why they lived so long. No medications back then. Come on. Was there blood pressure meds then? Was there heart meds? They didn't have stuff like that back then because people didn't need them then because they ate so incredibly healthy. So it's something to think about. We're bringing back Bible time eating here. Sorry if I take so long to do my mukbangs, but 90% of it is talking because I'm teaching on here too. I used to actually do my videos where I would just give you the recipe and tell you how I made it and then just get off. But a lot of people said that they like the information I give and they wanted me to do the mukbang because it's a healthy mukbang, so I can get out there on here and try to show healthy eating, healthy mukbangs, because mukbangs are a very unhealthy way of life. People are eating tons of food, lots of food. That's where it originated, was I can't remember, Japan or China. I can't remember where it originated, but it was eating high amounts of food. That's very bad for you, and that's what people were doing. So I'm trying to show you the healthy way, so I had people request that. But it's also on here because I think, well, while I'm eating, I can teach too. And I know our mothers always taught us don't eat and talk. Surprised I haven't choked. Knock on wood, right? But I just want to teach you guys. I'm just sorry if these videos take 30 minutes or longer, but you're getting a lot of information from me. I just noticed that you want to chew these noodles a little bit better. They're more chewy, I think. But not bad, though. Don't get me wrong. Try them. You'll love them. And I am the type of person that would have sat back and thought, I am not doing a noodle that is not a noodle. Weird. But I told myself, you know what? I'm not going to act weird and not try it. I'm going to at least try it. Because if it's bad, I'll spit it out in the garbage. And oh my God, I was blown away. I was like, oh my God, I get to eat noodles again. So try it. You'll love it. I have many that have tried these, and they say the same thing. They love them. It's a total lifesaver to be able to have your noodles. And then we've got our cauliflower, the mashed and the rice, and just chunks of it to be able to have our substitute for potato. So that's awesome. And for rice. Like I said, ain't nothing you can't turn into keto, and I'm teaching you guys that. And I'm going to have an amazing cookbook. And if it doesn't get published, I'll be surprised. Because I think there's very few cookbooks out for keto right now, because keto is, you know, kind of, it's not new, but something really, you know, on fire right now. All done. So there's not many out there, whatever. There are cookbooks though, but they are like really hard recipes and a lot to it. Mine is simple, easy, and inexpensive meals and treats. And you guys have seen them all here, and they're so good, you guys. Yum. That was delicious. Well worth this mukbang. I was hungry for this because I haven't had it for so long. And to wash it down, like I said, pop, I usually do water, but a can of cream soda, Zevia. I'm not afraid to drink this one. This one isn't going to knock me out of ketosis at all. So, that being said, I'll show you the noodle real quick again, and I'm going to also put up a picture. This is the spaghetti one. The type of noodle is right there. That is the type of noodle is what you're looking for. And they're going to have it in all different shapes. I think they even have it in an egg noodle version. So we can make like macaroni or something. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this mukbang. Spaghetti and meatballs and garlic bread. Yum, yum, yum. Got another great video coming tomorrow for you guys. And I will be live. Like I said, watch for me today. I will be live between 2 and 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Get those questions ready because I'm excited to answer them for you guys. So, excuse me. Okay. I got all that air from that pop. I should have drank that before I was about to say goodbye. But anyways, I'm excited to see you guys tomorrow. Get those questions ready. I love you all very much. God bless. Take care. And I will see each and every one of you in my very next upload. And always remember, say it with me, everybody. Always remember to keep it keto.